Hello and welcome to hopefully another helpful video for you and your small business. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different. Usually I talk about how to do cool little things with softwares which can save you often a lot of money, but today I wanted to talk about the top 5 things which could be costing you leads on your website. They are so unbelievably simple, but over the years I have done hundreds of manual website audits, which is basically me going through a client's website and doing a live video of saying what could be changed and could be costing. So it's actually come down to 5 things, 5 crucial little mistakes that other web developers make or the average business owner makes, which could be changed with a snap of the fingers and things could start looking up for your website. Now, most of the clients that I've dealt with in the past, their websites get virtually no traffic, they don't get any leads from it, and they've basically, it's something that they know they should have, but they don't really know why, or really the most important bits of having a website and what it can actually do. The way I like to think of a website is it should be a 24/7 marketing machine. And if it's anything but that for you, then something is going on. Now, of course, this doesn't apply for everyone. Some people like it just as a little brochure. Some people, they have lots of different reasons for having a website, but ultimately, I find that once the leads start generating on your website, often mindset changes. And this is really what we're going to get down to today. So let's get started with the 5 top things that you can change on your website today that should make a difference tomorrow. Tip number 1 is a sticky navigation bar. A sticky navigation bar is basically the menu at the top of your website, and it follows your users as it's going down the website. Now, you may think, well, why is that such a big issue? Why should that even matter? Why does that make an impact if it's following my user down the screen? And the reality of it is, unfortunately, we're living in a now generation where people want quick, easy, simple access at their fingertips. So what happens is when someone's going down a website, and they don't see the navigation at the top, then it means they need to scroll all the way back up to find the navigation, or they may lose interest at a certain bit and they may just leave. But having the navigation in there will always trigger that psychological effect of, you know what, I'll check out this, or maybe this, or oh, that's fast. And it just convenient. Making it convenient for people is kind of what you want to aim for on a website. So definitely having a navigation bar following your visitors and potential customers down your website is an absolute must. And this is probably the biggest mistake that I see small business owners not putting on their website. Number 2, clickable call to actions. Now, a huge percentage of your visitors will be coming from mobile devices, and often they may be on the go, or quite frankly, they can't be bothered writing out an email. So they may just want to call you, but often they're either not going to remember the number that you're presenting them, or they just can't be bothered typing it out or copy and pasting it. So having a clickable phone number, for example, means that it's a one-click contact me now. And again, it's that convenience, it's making it easy for them, and you're taking away all the barriers from them actually contacting you. Like I said, people are always on the go, people are always busy. We're so overwhelmed with everything that's going on all the time that convenience really is key. You look at everything. I mean, a great example of convenience, which is going off websites but still tech related, is take Hive or Ring. I'm going to use Hive as an example. You can have a smart camera with Hive, and you can set it so when you're coming downstairs, a lamp will automatically turn on, or the heating will automatically turn on. I'm not a sponsor of Hive or being paid or anything like that, but it's an example of convenience. People want convenience, so give it to them. So make sure every single call to action on your website, such as email us, telephone us, contact us, is present, one-click contact, and just super easy. Step 3, speed of your website. Now, this is a really big factor. You see, if a website doesn't load within 3 seconds, the chances are your visitors will go. A lot of people, like I said in step 2, they're always on the go. So the chances are they're not connected to Wi-Fi, they're using internet data, and they're viewing it on your phone. And, they could be on the bus, the toilet, they could be taking a little sneak peek while they're driving. So if it's not loading at an acceptable time, they're just going to get bored and going to go, or they'll think, oh, I'll come back to it later when I'm connected to Wi-Fi. But really, they'll just forget about it because the internet is that big, and quite frankly, there's that many competitors in your niche and every niche. So making sure that the speed of your website is really, really important. Little things that often slow down the site is hosting. Now, you may think GoDaddy or HostGator or all of these hosting companies are really good because they're super cheap and they offer you this and that, but actually they're not, because they, unless you purchase a VPS or something like that, often you're actually sharing your hosting with other people, with other businesses. So you're not getting good speeds. So this could be a potential big issue. Another issue could be images. The images on your site, they might not be compressed. So before your website's loading, it's trying to load all these really big images, and that's just dramatically slowing down your site. These are usually the two biggest things when it comes to websites. Another thing is if you're using a WordPress site, which I can't remember the exact percentage, I think it's something like 28%, or maybe a little bit higher of all websites online is now WordPress based. That's huge. So if you are using WordPress, it could be you're using dated plugins, too many plugins, heavy duty plugins, your themes might be outdated. So these things are really big factors, and definitely something that you can improve today, and you can adjust fairly easily and for no cost at all. Step 4, too much jargon. We are all really good at what we're good at. Okay, if you're a plumber, you're good at plumbing. If you're a web developer, you're good at web development. But people don't know the terms that are commonly used in your industry. People don't get jargon. I could be talking about SEO and keyword optimization and HTML, CSS. I can be talking about all these technical terms that you might not necessarily know. So when you're browsing on a website, you really need to simplify the text as if you were talking to someone who's in year 8, a 13, 14-year-old. This is actually depending on your niche, but most niches, you should actually be writing at a grade 8 standard, which I think is 12 or 13-year-olds. Purely because people skim things, and people just don't want to be reading technical stuff unless they're specifically going for a technical thing. But then you'll be writing on blogs and stuff like that, not so much on your website, on a business website. So making sure that you've got clear titles. So for example, if you're a plumber, you wouldn't want to put the names of pipe on how to fix a sink or anything. You want to put sink repair services, something simple and easy for your customers to actually understand. If you use jargon, people will switch off and they'll go somewhere else. They'll get confused. I'm awful with cars. So when I was trying to choose between a manual and automatic car online, because I do everything online now, I actually went with a manual, because when I switched to the automatic, they gave me 1,000,001 options. And quite frankly, I just didn't care enough, or I just couldn't be bothered researching what all these terms mean. I just wanted my product. I just wanted my service. I just wanted my new car. So, and yes, it's lazy and a little bit arrogant, I guess, but, I just want the information now. And whoever's going to give me that information easy and as fast as possible, I'm going to go with them. And most of your customers will be in that mindset as well. Step 5, poorly structured positioning of your stuff in your website. Now, most of your traffic, usually what I've seen with small businesses, actually come from the homepage. However, they also their bounce rate, which is how fast they leave the site, also leave at the homepage. And this can be because things just aren't structured right. The layout, it doesn't flow nicely down the page. Now, whenever I'm designing a website, I always use the homepage to show a snapshot of every other page of my website. So I would have some about us text with a call to action link to the about us page. I'd have a quick summary of some of the servers or my most popular servers with an intro with a call to action to go to the service page. I would then also have maybe a testimonial or something. Testimonials are huge now. It's the next referral thing. And yeah, I'll definitely have just little snapshots of all your other pages going through it. And that's basically the top 5 things that I've discovered with small businesses that they're just not doing, and they're missing out on a ton of traffic, a ton of leads, and the fixes are so simple. So if you want to see more or picture examples of these top 5 things, click the link in the description, which will take you to a blog that I've written. Leave a comment in the description if you've got any questions at all. I do answer them, and if I have provided value to you and your business, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, because it lets me know that what I'm doing is okay. So thanks for watching, and until next time.